Hey, great Saturday evening. It is a beautiful evening in the city of Brownsville. I forget about my setup. Sometimes I keep on looking down at the screen because I still want to look at the computer instead of looking up at the TV. And there is a little glitch on Facebook. So thank you all for being a little bit patient. It's just a streaming program. For some reason or other, it takes a little while for it to kick in. Sorry. Again, that just goes to show how technology works. You know, sometimes it's amazing, and sometimes not so much. Hey, Joe, how's it going? Ramiro Sandoval, Abraham. Good evening, my man. Are you back, Abraham? Or are you still out and about? I'm just curious. Good evening, Salcio family. Tuesday, I'll have shirts, Salcio family. Tuesdays. The only shirts I have are Frankie's, and those aren't as good as the Erasmo shirts. So, might as well come on Tuesday. Evening, Eva. Good evening, Erasmo Frankie. Watching you from Houston, Texas. All my exes live in Houston, Texas. Kathy is going. Zuri, Evan, Biggie Smokehouse. Tomorrow, I am going to have some of the best tasting smoked barbacoa in Brownsville. And John White is out of Facebook jail, man. Let me tell you. Let's do a countdown. 10, 9, 8, till he gets back thrown in Facebook jail. 7, 6. Stay out of jail. I guess I shouldn't be saying anything. Good evening, Ray, Leah, Eva. Show's been missing you on YouTube, like flickers. Again, I think it's some glitch on there. Good evening, my favorite people. Buenas noches, Candela. Still, hey, how are y'all, brothers? Looking good, Lucas. Still out heading to Michigan. I can't get back on Friday. See you guys tomorrow. Definitely. Good evening, gentlemen. Thank you for calling us, gentlemen. And good evening, guys. I'm going to do a couple more, and then we're going to go. I'll be there on Tuesday for sure. Woo, 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 woo. Hello. I feel like I haven't watched in a while. We haven't seen you in a while, Nicole. Hello, guys. I'm here. Finally, we're waiting for you from Panic. Good evening, Annabelle, Nereida. Sorry, who likes the new AOB at Arsenal sign? Woo!
Bless you.
Thank you. Leave your sign in Erasmo's office, please, Frankie Olivo. I actually have Carlos' signs here. I don't have Frankie's because he's very particular about his signs. You guys are awesome. Good going. Sub. Good up. Guys, first of all, let's start off with, I guess, the not so great news. Prayers go out there to all our amazing people that work at the district. Everyone, all the way from, the principals, all the way to teachers, counselors, office staff, custodians, nurses, and I'm going to miss out someone, office clerks, everyone. Really, y'all do an amazing job. What you do is appreciated by the community. And I say that because a lot of times, you don't necessarily hear, how greatly individuals here love what you do for our students and for our community as a whole. And today is that I want to ask for prayers for our special ed teachers, our special ed staff, and especially the individuals that have lost a loved one today. We did lose a special ed student at BISD. So prayers out there to our special ed folk, everyone on campus, and also to the family of the beautiful, beautiful individual that we lost. Losing a loved one is not easy, and again, no one expected this horrible, horrible disease, illness, virus to come our way, and it has taken so much from us already. So it's my prayers go out to Frankie.
Good evening, Erasmo. Good evening, world. Happy, well, not so happy after we received the news, but this is the reality that we're living, guys. We are 10 days away, 9 days away to be exact, from teachers returning to the campuses. Students are set to go back within 2 weeks. We still have the virus that we're dealing with. And we finally, with regret, announced that one of our students, one of our special needs students, passed away due to this virus. This is something that's very real. And it's unfortunate that we have leadership and administration so adamant on wanting to go back. Today at Erasmo, during the campaign trail, I spoke with several concerned teachers, citizens that are worried about going back to the brick and mortars. We saw at Erasmo how the survey from our special needs parents, they don't want to go back. Only 30% said that they would send their kids back. There is that fear that is very prevalent amongst our community. I think it's imperative for our board to recognize the severity of this virus. What bothers me, Erasmo, is that there has been 6 deaths within our district, and they have yet to acknowledge the reasons why they have passed away. It goes against their narrative of opening up the school, soft openings, so to speak. What is going to be their response now that we've had one of our most precious possessions no longer here with us? A student. The first confirmed passing, if I'm not mistaken, correct me if I'm wrong, Erasmo, the first confirmed passing of a student. How can leadership be so adamant on returning back to the brick and mortars when our very own are dealing with this virus? This goes to show that it's all about the finances, unfortunately. It shouldn't be that way, but that is what we're dealing with. I hope that this puts a halt to their continuing attempts to force, and I use the word force, to force our teachers and staff and students back into the brick and mortars. This, I hope, would allow us to reevaluate the situation and really pursue and ask our senator, Erasmo, our senator, to intervene with our governor so we won't be affected financially, because that is what is holding us back.
Well, it's what's holding them back. Again, one of the things that I think is very, very, very clear is the sentiment of the people out there is to stay at home. Stay at home, stay away from face to face. And I shared yesterday, a couple of days ago, in regards to the percentage. The percentage is actually at 75 point some percent. 75 point some percent. I said 76%, which is not that bad. And I wasn't that far from it. And again, guys, we'd have to adhere to, what the science says, what the recommendation from the individuals that are dealing with the coronavirus here in our area. Have to say now it's time to Senator Lucy to earn the elected victory. Senator Lucy won't do anything. Out of 23 of my wife's classroom kids, 21 parents say they are sending their kids back to the classroom. That is not the same as what the survey that the district sent out as that actually says. But I mean, that's awesome that you have 21 individuals that are wanting to go back. And again, I'm going to clarify. I think everybody wants to go back. I don't think anybody wants to be at home, distance learning. Is it safe for everyone to go back? I don't think so. I don't think so. And hola, hombres. and I don't think it's safe. And look, guys, one of the things that I think we have to adhere to what the local doctors say, what our local individuals say, is because Brownsville is not in the same situation as other parts of the state. Other parts of the state, it might be okay, for individuals to, come back onto campus, do the face to face, go through these like, tethered comebacks, where they're phased out slowly. And that may be okay for other parts of the state. I mean, we're still a hotspot. We're still a hotspot. And one thing that Mayor Mendes mentioned is in regards to the individuals that were intubated and on ventilators hasn't gone down here in our area. These are the individuals that are close proximity of passing away. One thing that I do feel is that uh, the death is coming a lot quicker than what he did before. And again, I'll throw out a couple of examples. We have some individuals that caught the virus on early, and they've been months in ICU. And I just saw a post on social media in regards to this guy that was here in Brownsville from Las Milpas, far Texas. His name is a friend something. Y'all remember him? The guy was very like, oh, I've got the Rona, I've got the Rona, and actually did some videos, some live videos of, I've got the Rona, I've got the Rona. And then all of a sudden, we didn't hear anything on the guy, anything. And I saw a picture today, posted today by his brother, and the guy's out there still fighting it. And let me tell you, he looks pretty bad, you know, after months of fighting it. But as of recent, the new individuals that have come out positive, for some reason, again, unless I'm just seeing particular cases, for some reason these individuals are passing away a lot quicker. And I'll give you an example of that teacher that was diagnosed on Friday, and then all of a sudden she passed away on Monday, like 3 days later. I think she was a 28-year-old teacher. I can't actually remember where she was from, but it seems like the death of these individuals, is a lot quicker. So I don't know. I still think that we are a hotspot, and we should, you know, err on the side of caution instead of continuing to lose individuals to this virus. BISD has many personnel. It has nothing to do with not wanting to work. We just care for our students' safety and health. 100%. Mr. Davalos, good evening. Good to see you. Great leadership out of Poorsville. My wife doesn't want to go back, but since most of the schools, kids, parents have said they're going back, the teachers all have to. No, the teachers were going back on campus regardless. The fact of the matter is, teachers had to go back on campus. Doesn't matter if only one student was saying that they're going to want to go back face to face. I mean, the only way that I see that working is that the teacher is going to be in front of a camera teaching to a class of up to maybe 30 students. And if there's 3 or 4 other students or 10 other students that are at home, then pues those will be receiving the classes live. Does that make sense, Frankie?
Yes, yes, it does. But there's a lot of questions at Erasmo. Today again, when I spoke with individuals, they asked me whether it was true about the masks, and nowhere have I heard the district mandating it or making it mandatory. Also, the CDC guidelines in regards to the 6 feet apart, the social distancing. How are we going to be enforcing that? And again, there's issues in regards to the school buses as well. How many students are going to be allowed into the school buses? How many trips are they going to have to take? And then the whole protocol also, it's very time consuming in my opinion. You're going to have to screen these children. They're going to have to go through a proper protocol. They're going to have to make sure that they're 6 feet apart. The teachers are going to have to sanitize, wipe, clean their classrooms after a certain amount of time. How much time do we have for the instruction? What's going to happen to those students, guys, that choose to continue distant learning? Are we going to have the instruction being recorded? Are we going to have the teachers' lesson plans be recorded? That way, the students have access to a live feed being from home. Again, there's a lot of questions, and we still have yet, unless, correct me if I'm wrong in the comments, unless the district has given the teachers, administrators, some sort of guidance, we still don't know how this is going to work. It seems as if we're still in the dark moving forward. Again, we hope once the teachers go back into the classroom, into the campuses on September the 21st, that they will then have an idea of what to expect come September 29th. But as of right now, we still have no answers. What's going to happen to those students that stay home? Are they going to get a packet? Will they be receiving a live feed from the classroom itself? How many students are going to be allowed into one classroom? Is it 9 or 10 according to the CDC guidelines, or are we going away from the CDC guidelines? So again, we hope that every decision that is made at Erasmo is made with the safety and well-being of everybody involved. But again, we do have one passing of our special needs student, and I hate to say this, but I feel as if us allowing back a large group of people back into the classrooms, whether it's block scheduling or skeleton crew, however you want to call it, we are potentially exposing all these individuals to the risk of contracting the virus.
One of the things that is sure is that, if I'm not mistaken, Dr. Cantu made mention while she was giving off her 3-hour little platform, is that there's not going to be any distance learning. It's not going to be required. They could have up to 30 students in a classroom, and doesn't matter if they're distance learning or not distance learning. So it's going to boil down to what parents want to do in regards to their students. No guidance. I hear one thing from one principal, then I read something different. Para volverme loca, look at my face. I'm not happy. Reverend Patty is not happy. And it's just so much confusion going on right now. We just don't know. And there's no leadership. There's no guidance. There's nothing. One of the things that I read on an agenda item, I think in Port Isabel, they are going to discuss the matter this coming Wednesday, where they're going to, determine what it is that they're going to do. And let me tell you something. I'm very, very proud. Very open the windows was her solution. I'm very, very proud of Port Isabel. They are leading our county school districts. They're taking the lead. They are being proactive. And it's kind of embarrassing, guys, because we are the largest district south of San Antonio. We are the district with the most resources. I mean, we could have a plethora of attorneys out there. We hire them for everything else. We could have a plethora of attorneys out there fighting the state in regards to the threat of defunding our district. But no, they've been preparing to go back for months. And look at they threw out today the plan to for going back. They already had that in the works. That's not produced one day to the other. They had those charts already made. I mean, nomás faltaba for them to have been time stamped, a couple of days before the meeting, the special called board meeting on Thursday. So they knew where they were going. They knew that all that they did at the board meeting was just a joke. It was a game. It was an act. That's all it was. So that Minerva and little Eddie could go out there and say, we care. We want to not come back all fall 2019. Guys, if that's what they wanted, that's what they should have voted on. But they didn't. What they voted on was having the superintendent continue to reach out to the governor and to TEA in regards to requesting not coming back for the fall 2020-2021 school year. That's nothing, folks. That is nothing. That is pura paja. Does everyone know what pura paja is? It's just straw. It's just filler. Should I explain it to you guys? Es pura paja. That's all it is. It's all just fluff. They knew how they were going to vote. Minerva already had it in writing. I mean, she read it from a little written document. She knew what the motion was going to be. She knew exactly what the motion was going to be, and all it did was cause more confusion. A lot of individuals still don't understand what it necessarily means for them. Are they coming back on the 21st, the 23rd? But let me tell y'all guys, y'all are coming back on the 21st. It's coming back on the 21st. Some individuals are going to come in a lot sooner. My tooth still me molesta. And yeah, the recommendations from Dr. Cantu were, hey guys, just open the windows and the virus will magically disappear. Just open the windows. That was the recommendation. Open the windows. How many people out there have seen the windows open at BISD? Anyone? Windows open at BISD. Is it presidential for Trump to go after Byron and Harris for wearing masks at the rallies? I don't know. For information, the enrollment of the charter schools have doubled with students from BISD. What are they doing that BISD is not? What are they doing that BISD is not? Marketing. They are marketing the heck out of this. And look, guys, all they really have to do is let BISD self-destruct on his own, because that's what this administration is doing. That's what this board is doing. It almost seems like they're doing it on purpose, like they're doing it on purpose to try and make it very, 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 very hard for this next board to succeed. I mean, it almost looks like sabotage to a certain point. Erasmo's tired. Yes. I see you laughing. I'm trying to stay awake.
Regarding
very tired.
Regarding idea, Erasmo, I spoke with one of my friends who's a teacher, and she had mentioned how IDEA is going to be focusing a whole week once they go back into the safety and protocol. I'm not sure if it's 1 week before or the first week of going back. So we see leadership at IDEA addressing this very important issue and protocol for our teachers and employees of how to assess this COVID-19 crisis. That is something that we are still left in the dark regarding BISD. What's going to happen? Again, it is not fair for our employees to be asked to go back without having any guidance, without having any direction, because we still don't know how the district plans to implement this. And I understand they're going to try their best to limit the amount of students with block scheduling. But that's it. It's so vague. So we need to give our teachers, our staff, a little bit more guidance regarding this issue. That way they can be better prepared once September 29th comes around.
Why don't y'all focus on how to make it safe when they are in school instead of everyone's going to die? Very simple, John. Do you trust this administration, this board, with making it safe for our students and staff? Really? Does anyone trust this administration and this board with protecting our staff and students? I don't. Not when they're buying expired PPE and distributing it. Not when they're giving teachers and staff a box of Chafa Clorox and a couple of wipes. Not when they're giving our staff fashion masks that have everything misspelled on the packaging, made in China, that specifically states they're not to be used for medical use, they're just for dust. Not when they're not providing N95 masks for our nurses. They refuse to. So Can I focus on how to make it safe when they are in school instead? No. I want this administration and I want this school board to guarantee that our people are going to be safe before they go to school. Frankie was talking about diagnosticians that were carrying around plexiglass from school to school to school to school. How can that be safe for anyone? Now, instead of everyone's going to die, John, someone already passed away. And several of our staff people passed away after being on campus. They've already died. As of today, there's still some people are still dying. And more will continue to die. And what's sad is that some of these could have easily been avoided have we just stayed home. Easily been avoided if we just stayed home. They cannot guarantee that our principals are not going to be coming out positive. They already are. They can't guarantee that our teachers are not going to succumb to this. They already have. The time to act is now. We must be proactive. We cannot be reactive anymore, man. Because let me tell you, this board and this administration, the only thing that they have been is reactive. Reactive. And all you have to do is go through their meetings and listen to some of our recordings. They are being reactive. They are not being proactive. So I'm not going to wait for school to open to start focusing on student safety, teacher safety, staff safety, transportation safety. Should have started in March. Unfortunately for our community, it did not start in March. Get informed today at 1 p.m. about returning to camp. Got informed today. Apparently more details to come on Thursday. How will we teach face-to-face and those online if the students internet kicks them off during class? There is no plan, bro. Did the SPED student that passed away, was it from COVID? Yes. There are parents I personally know did not know about the administrators, custodians, and other staff members getting COVID without students and closing to return. Once they find out this is happening, they change their mind about sending them. You see, and that's one of the things about the different surveys that they've sent out. They've always sent out surveys after the fact and without giving proper information to individuals. They're famous for giving half truths, not the complete truth. And when that happens, people get to make uninformed decisions. And let's go into the sports. In the sports, they mentioned at the meeting that they were going to have these misty machines, mist machines. Some of the ones, and they touted, oh well, they're FDA approved or ADA approved or something approved. And besides that, NFL teams, are using them. And I asked one question. What did the doctor say? What do the scientists say? And what I've researched just this evening, just this afternoon, what they do say is that they don't know completely, but they can tell us what they do know. They do know that the mist machines do not guarantee that someone going onto a field is not positive. They do not guarantee that the individual that is positive that goes on the field is not going to give it to other athletes out there. And for some reason, the focus seems to be solely on football. And I love football. What about our band students? Are they going to go through the Misty Machine? What does the Misty Machine actually do? It protects the students, as I heard in the meeting, for up to 8 hours on the outside. Guys, most of the cases of coronavirus on individuals is going to come a greater percentage from the inside than from the outside. And there is contamination through, washing the hands and everything else. But now we've learned about it being airborne, the droplets in the air, the coughing, the sneezing. When does it stop? Now, very simple. Why haven't we gotten the medical professionals to explain to us all this? Since when did Dr. Cantu become a medical practitioner? Guys, it's not that hard. It's not that hard. Bring in the scientists. Let them answer the questions. But did y'all notice that this board asked absolutely no questions whatsoever in regards to the Misty machine? Nothing. Nothing. Show us the science. And you know what? Show us the pros and the cons, because you'll find individuals that will praise the machine. Well, show us also the individuals that discredit the machine and what it does. And then let everybody else make an informed decision.
I think Erasmo, obviously, it goes against their narrative. Once again, these machines are too new in the market for us to have a full picture to see if it actually. I know Mr. Gilbert Leal did mention that it killed. I forgot the percentage. I want to say maybe 98% or 99.9% of the virus for 8 hours, if I'm not mistaken. But it's and these myths, Erasmo, if I'm not mistaken, will be placed in the athletic locker rooms. So it seems like we're putting a lot more emphasis on sports, on athletics, rather than everybody else. And again, I love sports. I'm a sports fanatic. But when we give our athletes the attention, we are doing a disservice to everybody else. Just because my child does not play sports, does that mean that he cannot go through this mist? He cannot. I'm not guaranteed that he will be having this disinfection for 8 hours, so to speak. So again, we see how they have not brought in a medical professional to see what they recommend. Is this safe? Is this something worth investing? But I believe they already made purchases, if I'm not mistaken, or in the process of making these purchases for these mists. So again, it all goes to show you that no hard questions are being asked. It's just, we're set to go back for football, cross country, and volleyball October the 5th. We're going to order these mist machines that is going to disinfect for 8 hours. We should be good. No questions? All right. Thank you so much. Really? This is the safety of our community, because as we all know, and we've been talking about this and we've been beating the drum, our students will eventually go back home and possibly take this virus back with them to their elderly family. So no hard questions were asked. So how does that guarantee us? How does that give us security of knowing that this machine actually works? And again, if it's good for the goose, it's good for the gander. We should have these mist machines, if they're so well in disinfecting, again, a high percentage rate of killing the virus for 8 hours at 98, 99%. Why aren't we investing a lot more money into them, Erasmo, so they could be all over campus? They could be all over the entrances. If somebody walks in, they'll get the disinfection spray. They're good for 8 hours. That's my only concern, Erasmo. Why are we only giving these to the athletes? And I understand football is a contact sport. We want to do everything possible to try and prevent that. Obviously, football is king in Texas. I get it. But whenever we're isolating only the athletes and singling everybody else out, to me, we're doing a disservice, not just only to the students who are being singled out, but also to the community who could possibly get this virus.
Well, let me say, you may consider football the only full contact sport out there. I've actually been to the high schools, to the junior highs, to the elementaries, and let me tell you, everything on campus is full contact. I mean, there's just absolutely no avoiding it. There is contact. And it doesn't matter if in the classroom individuals are going to be told to distance learn or stay separate. It's not going to happen, guys. That's just the truth. It's not going to happen. Now, in regards to the MIST machines, we have to remember that the CDC and the World Health Organization have stated that these MIST machines are not necessarily safe. They may cause allergic reactions on skin, eyes, nose, and other things. It's just unclear. But again, hey, we don't have any local doctors on there giving us their recommendation or suggestion. We don't. Is it enough? Look, is it another one of those cleaning machines that Philip Cowan and this board out there touted that they had, that they were going to go in there and disinfect the schools with these $2 million machines that no one has seen anywhere? It hasn't happened. They're like magical, like Carlos' invisible cookies. Supposedly they're there. You just can't see them. It's magic. Like Minerva calling this a hoax. It's all going to disappear in 3 days. Abracadabra. The only thing that has disappeared are the $5.5 million that they put aside. So, Sylvia, you got your pretty paycheck, baby. You got your pretty paycheck. And now you want to leave us with the incumbents and your appointed guy, little Eddie? No, shut up. No, shut up. That is why, folks, no one should come back. No one should come back. And, again, the student that passed away was a life skills student at Porter. Life skills student at Porter passed away from COVID-19. Not a peep, not a word from this superintendent or this school or this school board. They don't care. They don't care. They'll continue to open the schools. They'll continue to send our staff, our personnel back on there. We'll continue to have positives. We'll continue to have more deaths. And they don't care. No, they don't care. Some of those old schools still have sewage drains open in the schools, spewing out fumes in the restrooms, gyms, restrooms, and nurses' office. Yeah. Mold, mildew. I mean, we still can't get rid of the mold and mildew. You think we're going to get rid of the Rona? No, bitch it up. Police officers are out and about patrolling the streets because adults don't follow rules and street signs. What makes them think the students will follow their famous poster signs and arrows? Yeah, man. And exactly, Sunshine. And I gave that example myself. I said, guys, have you been to Walmart? Has anyone been to Walmart? Have you seen the signs that they have on the aisles? Do not enter. Go this way. Has anyone seen anyone actually adhering to those signs? Well, I did after I found out that I was entered the wrong way. People don't listen, guys. I don't. That's why I have given the best NFI medical grade mask I have purchased. Yes, and very, very proud, bro. And I want you to have those N95 masks because I love you and I love your family, and I want them to be protected because I care and because you care, bro. This district doesn't care because my nurses who have to deal with my life skills students have to give out medication to a lot of students that sometimes have to help in feeding and training to feed some of our students. Our nurses weren't given N95 masks. They weren't. They were given fashion masks. And you know what the deputy superintendent said when they asked for more? Sorry. Be satisfied with the crumbs. So, just to put this in perspective, folks, Sylvia gets $5.5 million from little Eddie, Minerva, and Philip. Sylvia gets $5.5 million. And do my nurses get N95 masks? No. Do the schools get outfitted with the best plexiglass out there? No. Do our schools get protected lighting, water fountains throughout campuses? No. All they get from administration is, sorry, I know it's not what you want to hear. Shut up, you crazy, crazy, crazy person who wants to open the windows at our school to help stop coronavirus. You imbeciles, you nuts, crazy people. My husband was told that they would not be getting any masks or PPE given to staff and teachers. How is this supposed to work? Sometimes I want to scream, guys. Really. Sometimes I want to scream because they don't care. Sometimes I just want to scream. Good evening, DJ. Disinfected for her to take to school. Well, yeah, she's going to need it, my man, because BISD is not providing. BISD self-destruct sounds great. W6, what do you expect? They're dragging our defenseless children along. It was not my kids, because my kids are not going back. My kids are not going back onto campus. Every single one of my nephews will not be going back onto campus. And nieces. Not be going back. Es lo que quieren que siga muriendo la gente. Es lo que I mean, no hay otra respuesta. No les importa. Y al parecer quieren traer a las escuelas a las personas más pobres con menos aseguranza médica para atenderse. Esas son las personas que quieren traer a la escuela. Porque en la declaración que hicieron, aquellas personas de las cuales pues no tengan internet, no tengan computadoras, esos van a ser los primeros que vayan hacia las escuelas. So, si Juanito allá no puede tener internet en su casa porque no les alcanza el ingreso, entonces que vaya a la escuela el pequeño. Although there is guidance, there is still a lot of questions. Many teachers don't have school computers with webcams or laptops. I suppose many are going to have to use their phones or personal devices in the classroom. And I bet that most of them are going to get a stipend for it. You know? I'm sure that most of them are going to get money for using their own equipment, Frankie. No?
It's the reality that many deal with. Again, we are not equipping our employees with the proper resources needed to be able to go back into these classrooms. Again, I stated yesterday how the diags, they have to be carrying around their plexiglass. Elementary diags, they have 2 elementaries that they're assigned to, and at each elementaries, they don't have plexiglasses. So what do they have to do? They have to carry their equipment with them everywhere they go. Proper PPE. The administrators, the principals, they're very hesitant to be giving out PPEs to individuals that aren't from their campus because of the fear of not having enough for their own. So there is already that mentality of, I need to hold on to what I have because I do not know when I'm going to get more. And just think about the mentality of our diags who are having to do this, you think they feel safe? You think they will be going back with the assurance of knowing that the safety of them and their families whenever they go back home is being addressed right now? Again, we have heard time and time again how this administration has been saying, oh, we've been preparing, we've been doing everything possible. And I understand it's very hard for anybody. The world is going through this situation right now to prepare for a pandemic like this. But we have seen how time and time again, back in March, back in April, back in May, they didn't do nothing. They didn't have that urgency, guys. They didn't have that urgency of saying, you know what? We don't know how life is going to be 3 months from now, 6 months from now. Let's start preparing, because it's better to be safe than to be sorry. And now we are dealing with the ramifications of not being prepared. That is why many of our community, many of our staff does not want to go back. They will do everything possible to use their FMLA. If that means they get paid 2/3 of their salaries, so be it. These people are concerned, and rightfully so. It is important for people in administration, people in leadership, to be able to provide the equipment necessary to provide the instruction. And when that is not possible, when we do not provide our N95 masks, when we have individuals like Montoya boys providing our nurses with those masks, that's very scary. And again, people are being, oh, well, you're just criticizing it. The district has not given us a reason to applaud them. You know, we have the Erasmo's favorite word, the kiss butts, the kiss that a couple of days ago applauded our superintendent because he stated there's only a few people who are dissatisfied. And we have seen how the AOBE petition is close to 1,000 who have signed up that they are not in agreement, a vote of no confidence for our superintendent. So this isn't one or two complaints, Erasmo. It is the sentiment of a large majority of our community who is worried about this situation that we're dealing with. But that is what that's what's going on right now at the district. And I understand there's people that want to go back. Everybody wants to go back. Nobody likes to be at home, but it is not safe. We have lost 6 teachers to the virus. And unfortunately, now we have a special needs student that succumbed to this virus. When is enough enough? I hope this will be the turning point, guys, for going distant learning, at least until January.
Let me just clarify. Once school's open, guys, no more FMLA. Once school is open, there's no FMLA, and they know it. You're going to have to use your sick leave days, your personal days. It's over. John, yeah, I buy my own mask and disinfectants too. I do, and because I go to work and I don't receive federal monies, I don't receive state monies, and I don't deal with children. So there might be a little bit of difference, maybe. Plus, you and I are not grossly underpaid, so that might be the difference. These guys are not on the board yet. It is current administration job to do that. Why don't you ask them? No, the young child had major other health issues. Come on, man. You can't be that heartless. We just lost a child. Come on. A family just lost a child. A special education teacher. Staff lost a child. Come on, man. Come on. What about the Head Start? Are they going back? Yes. They're going back on Monday. Again, that's the craziness of the leadership that exists in this county. We have none. We have no one that'll stand up to the governor. We have no one that'll stand up to Mike Morath. We have no one that'll stand up to the president. I'll tell you right now, you have an opportunity to have individuals on there this November the 3rd who will stand up to Mike Morath, who will stand up to the governor of the state of Texas, who will stand up to the president of the United States and fight to keep every single child, every single staff person, every single staff member at BISD, at the district, safe. I swear. I need you. I need you. You have to make this election your own. You have to make it your own. And I'm going to say it again. 5 is the magic number. 5 is the magic number. Give me 5 and everything changes. I swear. Give me 5. That is the magic number. No other profession requires individuals to buy their own things. We've had to buy laptops, printers, and cameras to be able to provide adequate instruction for our students. Not happy. But I love my job. Is there info on Facebook about the child who passed away due to the virus? No, not yet. I don't know if the family's already put out. The district's not going to share anything. If a high percentage of students don't have internet or iPads or Chromebooks, then how can their parents fill out the survey? They can't. They've already filled it out by not filling it out. And they've said they want to come back face-to-face without filling it out. Because if you didn't fill a survey, it automatically gives the answer to them. The answer that they want to hear. Everyone goes back. Shoot. Oh, shoot. Erasmo, can you clarify district plans to open face-to-face instructions in Spanish, please? Saturday at 3 o'clock. I just can't do it now. I had a long day. But Saturday, el sábado a las 3 de la tarde, y quizás más temprano, dependiendo, tendremos programa en español. Lo vamos a tener una vez a la semana. Una vez a la semana. Para poder dar la información en español. They haven't trained any of us on how to keep ourselves and our students safe because they're just slave driving us with dumb things. 100%. Super soaker with hand sanitizer. Our football players are great, but why not put an emphasis on soccer? I'm going to guess that they're going to use the machines for soccer too. I'm not sure. Magical mystical cure. But you know the band students won't ever be mentioned. They are treated like iPods and second-class citizens. Not good point. Why not the band kids? But good point. They are going to expect a prep bands at games. Yes. They just want everyone back at school. That is all that matters to them. 100%. If the little ones cannot keep 6 feet distance in removing their masks, what happens in these situations? Will the kids not be allowed to go to school? I don't know. In the district, confusing. Have a PhD with an MD? Maybe. Kai Money scored touchdown for Longhorns. Well done. Awesome. Good administration will ask their RN nurses. These are not. Science shows that kids do not pass COVID to adults. We just had a child pass away from COVID-19. We just had a child pass away from COVID-19. We should get the Terminator as homeowners. Please support us by going out and voting. And that's for Frankie, Carlos, Marisa, and Vito. We need your help. We want to work, but not in these unsafe conditions. 100%. I know the Rivera Band has great students and an awesome director. Yes. In fact, people go to the Rivera football games to see the band. Our football players are, but we will still support. I love my football players at Rivera, but I love the band as well. And they do have an amazing, amazing director. I love the program. We should be purchasing updated AC systems instead, 100%. More than likely, we'll be buying the machine and filling it with Suavitel instead of disinfectant. You know our district well. Erasmo and Frankie, your suits are awesome tonight. Thank you. Love you. Erasmo and Frankie, please promote our district and bring our kids back. Let me tell you, if there's one thing I'm good at, that's marketing. Believe it or not. What school did the child go to, Porter? They say the way soccer is played, full contact, 100%, man. My kids give it all out there. This is something I have at home because where I work at now, the school needs something bigger, 100%. If these machines really work, believe me, the bigger districts like Houston would have brought them already, 100%. Do you know what was the outcome of the survey given to the parents? 74.5% at home. Sir, I want to know your response on Head Start program that are going back. I've said it. It's a mistake. It's dumb. It's stupid. It shouldn't happen. I've been fighting the county in regards to it. I've contacted the county already several times. They don't care. The county does not care. Your twisted justification to say that somehow the child's life doesn't matter because he had other health issues, the kid and many other people would have lived many years. Yes, 100%. I agree with you. That's discrimination against students that are not athletes. If the mist helps as an antibacterial, then it should be on everyone. 100%. It should be out there at every single door if that's the case. Not the case. I got your magic here. Good job. My pool is a mount finished. Thinking of inviting Sylvia, she brings her dog. I will not be there. Sandra, what are you even doing on my feed? Why? I follow the signs, but others don't. Yeah, I know. Sandra, go bother somebody else. So what? So you think about Head Start programs? It's a mistake, Muppets, a big mistake. Buenas noches, and I've been fighting it for weeks. Just I haven't gotten much of anywhere. Buenas noches. ¿Alguna información que ustedes tengan del Distrito Escolar de los Fresnos? El Distrito Escolar de los Fresnos está en muchos problemas porque están actuando al igual en una manera muy irresponsable. Muy irresponsable. Do you know where I can buy the N95 masks and shields? No. I will try and find out from Montoya Boys where they get them. I'm sure you can go to any school and the nurses have their own bought masks. Yes. Or nurses, please pick up N95 masks. I still have some 20 left. Giving out 2 per nurse. Please stop by and pick some up. Listen closely. And as calling people out, people need to know the truth on what really goes on, who's doing it. We have a blood sometimes. Ruth, Sandra is a nutcase. It's not even worth responding to. She is cuckoo, 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 cuckoo. She's a nut. Saludos, Don Erasmo. Buenas noches. They can't keep Corona out of the teachers at school. It's going to be a disaster, 100%. Women that tattoo their eyebrows are more stupid than this COVID virus. Do they actually think guys like that? I actually saw one this weekend. My goodness, I couldn't help laughing. Todos los de Head Start son los de bajos recursos. 100% estamos de acuerdo. My daughter's not going back. I don't care what anyone says. She will be safe at home 100%. No, I am not taking my personal device. It's crazy. They can't even keep Corona out of their teachers. How are they going to? Yes, 100%. Hey, want me there? Give me the necessary tools to do my work 100%. School board can use money from the district to pay for lawyers, tens of thousands of dollars, but they can't pay for proper PPE for their employees. Yes. They can't even keep, again. Good for you, John. My wife's school gave her a bunch of masks, sanitize her face. Actually, your wife teaches at an awesome school, and I'm going to say that the reason was because your principal is on point. Amigos, no se estresen, estoy en noviembre, acabará esta mesa de ineptos manipulados por la Alcapona. Bye bye, Silvia, y una nueva y positiva historia iniciará en favor de estudiantes, maestros y personal. Amén. All I know is that I can open up my windows from my classroom. She's so stupid. Good evening, Mary Lou, hermosa. AOB has no authority. They just take teachers' money, but cannot provide any support. Okay. But Erasmo has been saying it, Sandra. No one goes back. No. Good evening, Mr. Castro Frankie. My condolences to the family of the student that passed away due to COVID-19, 100%. I'm grossly underpaid. No! You get paid too much. How do you get the comments to appear on top? It's a program. Erasmo is right. The Child Care Act that allows staff to stay at home with the kids ends as soon as school is open. Yes. Because remember, Erasmo is always right. I'm just joking, sort of. Question for the show I cannot post. If we have to go in on 921, but we have kids enrolled to BIZ with devices that they don't qualify to go in because they have devices and internet, can teachers apply for FMLA? No. Once school starts, FMLA is over. Sandra, totally know the difference, but have you heard current administration call him names? Oh, Sandra's nuts. Sandra's cuckoo. We have a bunch of idiots running our county. Yes. We are all listening to you live. Y'all need to be in Brownsville because I am not going to give the class at church tomorrow. Headed home. I'm sure you missed this. No. But Castro better be here tomorrow morning to give class. That's a fact, Miss Linda. Los padres ahora les toca ir a protestar para no mandar a sus hijos a las escuelas, porque aquí todavía está la plaga de ese virus y el gobernador de Texas no le importa. Estamos sin ayuda acá en este lugar, en el condado de Río Grande, no les importamos, menos que si van o no van los niños a la escuela y que se infecten y se lleven el virus a sus casas y infecten a sus abuelos, padres o quien sea. No les importa a nadie. A mí me importa, María Capistrán. Pero esa es la razón por la cual yo necesito que ustedes me ayuden en esta campaña. O sea, a mí sí me importa. Yo necesito que ustedes me ayuden y yo voy a pelear con ustedes. Yo voy a pelear por ustedes contra el gobernador, contra el del Departamento de Educación, contra el mismo presidente de Estados Unidos. Le prometo. Necesito que ustedes junten a toda su familia y todos sus conocidos y que todos salgan a votar. Gracias. I keep telling my wife I'm giving her 6, but maybe I should be telling her 5. I'm hoping you're talking about NPR masks. That guy, John White. Oh, God. Sandra is such an idiot. She's a troll. A survey should have gone via text as well for those that do not have a computer. Look, I love your picture of the travels. Papa looked happy. Papa was happy. He needs to be here tomorrow morning to give Bible study. Hola, I have Erasmo sign. Woo! Please block that guy, John White. It's irritating. I love John. John White, where are you getting your signs from? He's just making it up as he goes. Erasmo, Frankie, Carlos, Marisa, and Vito, our dream team. Señoras, eduquen a sus hijos. Educación empieza en casa, no en la escuela. Amen. My child's education is important, but his little life is above and beyond more important than his education. He can be 15 and in the 5th grade. I don't care. At least he'll be here, alive and well. 100%. Anyone can spread the virus. No discrimination. 100%. Any UIL games on the horizon? October the 5th. Thanks. Thank you. Keep me informed, please. Keep on sending me the information. Without the information, I can't fight. Block that fool, Sylvia lover guy. Oh, Sandra? Thank you, man. Amalia. Where and when can we pick up our N95 mask? At my office, 1240 East Madison. If you are a nurse working for the district and you have not a nurse or a nurse's aide, a nurse's staff member at the schools, please stop by my office, 1240 East Madison. Just let me know, and I will hand it over. How do you make your cheese crisp? I get 3 slices of Swiss cheese, real cheese, not oil. I put it in a Dixie bowl, cover it up, put it in the microwave. No, I cut it up into strips, put it in the microwave, and it should be ready in 2 minutes and 10 seconds. It's some good stuff. I'm actually going to do one right now. Christian, send me an inbox and I'll send you a video on how to make it. I might actually make it a new video tonight. Personal devices should stay at home and used in private, 100%. So what's going to happen when a student who was told to return due to lack of internet devices gets sick? Why do they not have the option to stay at home? Or better yet, why weren't they provided with the device after so long? Because they didn't prepare con tiempo. They should have prepared. They didn't. Daddy says that you're a big pig. Papa! I'm your favorite child. Frankie left. Guess that got tired of waiting to talk. Sorry. No, I think Frankie had a long day. Somebody should notify the hospital that the cure of COVID-19. I couldn't believe it when I heard it. Is this woman nuts? Has she been to our schools? Goodness gracious alive. 3 lefts make a right. Oh, ya. A tus órdenes, María. Bendiciones. Necesito de su ayuda. She's a nut. She's a nutcase. She is dumb. For reals. New show, Cooking with Erasmo. I do that like whenever I get asked about how to make my cheese crisps. I'll do that right now. According to Martinez, Raul, the chess teacher is Raul Martinez is not well. Thanks, Peppermint Patty. Daddy enjoyed it. Tell Daddy that he needs to be here tomorrow morning to teach Bible class. Guys, it has been a very tiring day. It's crazy for me. But I am getting tired. I need more Botox. In all seriousness, folks, I truly believe with all my heart that this is by far one of the most important races in the history of our community. And not just because I'm running in it, because the livelihood of so many individuals is at stake. For far too long, they have decimated what is ours. They have pocketed what is our children's. We have the opportunity to come together as a people and make things right. We have an opportunity ahead of us, folks. And look, all you have to do is talk to my band people. And I mentioned the band people because what they did to my band folks, I have no words for. Really. They've always been placed on the back burner. Our band folks were so excited to start off last year. And all of a sudden, they took their instrument money away. These people took the instrument money away because for our high schools, $28,000 is a lot of money, man. Not for the people at the Glass Palace. For my middle schools, 15,000, 18,000 to buy our students instruments. It's a lot of money, man. But not to the people at the Glass Palace. They took that money away. They had them work for this district in regards to preparing. They let them dream of having their own performing arts center to continue to enhance the God-given talents that they had been given. No performing arts center, no instrument money. And I use bands because they have a larger amount of our students on there. But the same thing has happened to our dance folk, our art, our theater, our choir. Everything that is fine arts has been decimated by these people because they don't care. Guys, I care. And I will personally lift arms against the governor, director of TEA, Mike Muroth. And as God is my witness, I will use every resource that you give me after November the 3rd to even fight Betsy DeVos and even the President of the United States if need be. We will take him to court. We will fight for what is ours. We will put the district's resources to actually serve the district and not to serve corrupt board members. I promise. I swear. All I ask is for 2 years. 2 years. I promise you, every promise will be kept. Work with me because 5 is the magic number. Have a great weekend. Stay strong. My prayers to my Porter family. My prayers to the family of our beautiful child. The prayers for my entire district, my community. I love y'all. If you have an opportunity, come visit me at church tomorrow. I think I'll be stuck giving class and the sermon. Unless they make it back home on time. Guys, please be good to each other. And please, please be good to me. God bless.